Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a lovely day today. My name is Heavenly Sims and today we are doing an apartment build. So this apartment is one of my favorites that I've ever done. I just love how it has so many colors and it's very vibrant and different than what I usually do. So I'm very proud of that. But I would like to apologize because in the beginning of the video you may have noticed that we did not start off with an empty room or an empty apartment. There was actually stuff in there, and that is because I forgot to press record when I started building and I was really mad at myself. I just want to apologize again for that because I just felt really bad after that, but you know, we're fine and I hope you guys will still enjoy the video. But yeah, so this apartment is actually for a family that I made, and I was going to make them just a current household, but I decided, you know what, let's do a let's play because I love their story so much, and I hope you guys are excited for that because I definitely am. And the family is so cute. I love them a lot, and I think they have a pretty good story. And I'm just really excited. But with this apartment, I definitely wanted to switch things up and do things that I don't normally do in apartments, and I say this like in literally every video, but I want to make my content very unique. I guess not unique, but I want to make it different than just, you know, your classic suburban house. Not saying there's anything wrong with those. I love those houses, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's just more interesting to watch something that's more unique, and I really admire people who really mix and match different things that you wouldn't think look together, but they actually do. So I wanted to try something a bit different, and I'm definitely proud of it. This build took me a while though, let me tell you. It definitely took me a lot longer than it would for a normal build because, you know, like if there's a certain pack, for an example, cats and dogs, that's pack has like one style in it. And so I always associate that one style like with all of the stuff in that pack. So I'll use that pack mainly with maybe a few other packs, but that pack mainly like by itself because it has like its own style. But in this apartment, I mixed and matched a bunch of different styles together so that it would, you know, be a little bit different and better, hopefully. But yeah, so I definitely, with the backsplash especially, I never use this tiled one that has the speckles in it or whatever that are white. But I decided to use it because it already came with the house. So not the house, the apartment. So I was like, why not just go for it, you know, see how it looks. And I actually quite like it, surprisingly. Probably wouldn't use it in a house though, but you know, it's something different. So as you can see, if it's bothering you, I will address it anyways. For the walls, the reason why I'm not changing any of the walls is because what I do is I do the walls of the house later, and I think I explained this in my first ever video, I believe, why I do that, and it just makes my life a lot easier, and I feel like it works a lot better, I guess. I don't know, tell me what you think, but I think it does. So I usually do the wallpapering at the last minute, so if it's bothering you that it's splotchy or it doesn't look good with the rest of the build, just wait. I do end up changing it in the end. But I would like to mention that in this hallway I had a very hard time working on it. Let me tell you, because I just didn't know what to put in it because I felt like it was such a big space, but there wasn't a lot of room to put stuff, if that makes sense, because there was doors everywhere. So I just you see that there's a chest table in the corner on the side. You saw it hopefully, but yeah, it's right there. I end up replacing that with a bookshelf, so hopefully it looks better than what was there before. And yeah, so I won't tell you much about this family because I want to keep it a secret till the let's play, but just so you know, I love this family, and you'll see how many bedrooms are in this house, so you'll kind of get a feel of how many Sims could possibly be in this apartment. I keep saying house, I'm sorry. I'm just so used to working with houses. But again, so I used, for an example, like I was talking about earlier, I used a jungle adventure bed, and I used like a desk from, I believe that pack is Get to Work. There we go. Yeah, so it's from Get to Work. So I kind of mixed and matched things and kind of played around with everything. So I was definitely glad with how it came out in the end, and I hope you guys are too, because I don't know, I love this apartment and I'm so excited to play in it, and I hope you guys are excited to watch me play in it if you are gonna stay here till I start the Let's Play, which will hopefully be up soon, but I'm not 100% sure on that because my schedule is a bit wonky right now, and I have certain things that, I have a lot of free time because of course it's the summer, but I'm trying to make more time for The Sims, and I'm trying to get better at time management, so we are working on that. But you can see here that I'm placing the bookshelf, which I was talking about earlier, and yeah. Oh, also, so in my first ever video that I made, there was this long cut in it, not cut, but it was like a pause where I was not on my keyboard, and it was just still, you know what I mean? I tried to cut out all of the parts where that happens in this video. So in this video, I decided to edit it first and then add the voiceovers, so that if there was something that I wanted to cut out, then it would be easier for me to change it without having the voiceover there and then having to change the voiceover as well, if that makes sense. Because a voiceover is way harder to change than obviously the video, because it has no sound and it's easier to change stuff like that. But this is the one of the bedrooms, and it's one of my favorites because I tried to make it Asian inspired, because this family, part of this family is from Asia, so I wanted to try and represent that culture as best as I can. I don't know if I did a great job. You guys can let me know, because I am still getting better at this stuff, so I apologize if it isn't, like true Asian culture, or I might have missed something. But as you can see here, I will work on it more in a little bit, I think, but I later try and put these lanterns, I believe is what they are. I tried to put them down, and I believe they are for festivals and stuff, but I thought they really fit this culture, so I tried to place them down, but I had such a hard time with them. As you can see, it took me forever to get them the right way. I had to change the size of them twice, and it was so hard because they weren't rotating the way that I wanted them to, and I was getting really frustrated, but I wanted to leave it in the video so you could see how long this took me. It was bad. It may not seem that long in the video, but trust me, it was a while. And you can see there, I saw that it was too tall, so I had to make them shorter and then just change them a bunch, and it was a mess. But I do definitely like how the backyard came out. Not the backyard, but you know what I mean, the porch balcony area, because it is made for a certain sim. That's all I'll say. But this certain sim, that's kind of her area and her garden space to kind of just relax and hang out with family occasionally. And the only thing that I will say is that in order to get to this balcony, you have to go through her room, which is kind of annoying, but in the future, if we need to, I can of course change that, but for now we're just gonna leave it as is. If it becomes too much of a problem, I'll change it. But yeah, also I would like to say, in my game, oh, I forgot to pause. Okay, it wasn't that long, we're fine. But in what's it called? Oh yeah, in my game, so in some of my decorations, especially my clutter items, I think I downloaded like a while ago, and I mean a while ago, I downloaded like a CC replacement, so it replaced some base game objects with custom content, but it made it so that you could move it around on a shelf. It had more slots for a shelf, if that makes any sense. So basically what it did is it replaced a base game object, and it made it so that when you put it on a shelf or any type of surface, it had more snapping points so that you could place it on a surface easier, and you didn't have to go through a huge process to do so. So I downloaded that a while ago, and I didn't realize that I had it in my game when I was filming this, and then when I started filming, yikes, it got bad. So I realized that I couldn't really use most of those items, and you can see where I put that clock. I really wanted to put a plant next to it that was from the game, but it was a CC replacement item, but I couldn't, so it made me kind of mad. So I'll definitely need to find that and take that out of my game before I upload this to the gallery, because I believe there is another thing that I used in my game that was part of that CC, so it is marked as CC, but I have to take that off so that it makes it easy for you guys to download. without that being said, I want to explain that room in the corner and why it's so different from all the other rooms. So the brownish room is what I mean. So that room, it's right next to two other rooms that are like very vibrant and have lots of color. That is because the sim there, I'll just explain it because why not? I feel like it. But the sim that is supposed to be in that room, he is actually a father. That's all I'll say about that part. But he was raised a certain way, and I mean that he was raised by parents who were very, I wouldn't say strict, but they were very clean, and they were very I don't know the word, but they were very set on with their beliefs, and they didn't really want to branch out with letting their kid, they were pretty strict, I will say that. They didn't really let their kid do much, go out or anything, so he's been raised a certain way where, you know, everything has to be plain and a certain color, and, you know, just basic. So that's how he wanted his room to be because it's all he's ever known. And so during this Let's Play, you'll see that sim sort of change and become who they really are, and how they changed from what their parents taught them, and they realized that, and all of that good stuff. And you could see the rest of this apartment is colorful. That is because the sim that was mainly supposed to be, like the sim transitions into this apartment, if that makes sense. So this is the apartment that this is like their future dream apartment. I say in air quotes because this is the apartment that they would want when they become their true self. And it's very colorful, and I love it a lot. But you can see now that I'm doing the flooring and the wallpapering, and I'm changing it for you guys. So if you're worried about that, do not worry. But for some reason, this voiceover went by very fast. We only have about 4 or so-ish minutes left. But yeah, so you can see now that I'm heading on to the outside, and I love this outside. I think it's so cute with the red and white theme, and I realized that I never really used this bench from the toddler stuff pack, I think, and I decided to use it because it went so well with the outside, and I think it looks really adorable. But you can see, like I was saying earlier, this sim likes to garden, so I placed down some flowers because I didn't want her to start off with basic, you know, the basic ones that you get from the starter packs. So those ones, you know, everyone uses those and they're kind of boring, so I wanted to give her a jump start with those and give her some pretty good quality flowers that she could plant herself and then grow. You know how it goes. This wasn't going to be like a source of income for her. It was just kind of like a fun hobby, so I wasn't really cheating in that sense, if you were wondering. But yeah, so we are coming not very close, but pretty close to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I definitely did. If you want to, this apartment, not house, will be up on the gallery hopefully by the end of this week. I still haven't gotten the other one up. I apologize for that. I keep forgetting, but that's a reminder in my head to do so for sure. But anyways, I will see you all hopefully in the next video, and yeah, bye everyone.